Hello, this is Rajat. I'm co-founder at NREV. So today we'll be talking about one of the very popular play at NREV AI, which is how to track where your competitors are actually engaging with their potential buyers. So the play name is Competition Tracker, and we would be using this play, and I'll be helping you deploying this play in your instance. So first, you should give a good read about what it does actually. Also, you can make a copy of this sheet because it would be used while you're deploying it for your instance. Now let's go inside. We'll click on Use Play. So as soon as you click, display will be copied in your instance and will be entering into interface. Now in the interface, you can have a good read about the description. But what we need to do is to put the input, right? So right now you can see that we need to define relevant personas. I have mentioned all the relevant personas according to me. You can edit it anytime. Also, you need to define your ICP here, right? Then once it's done, let's start. As soon as we start, it asks about your competitors that you want to track. So let's say I want to track about n10, maybe relay.app, and I'll just enter. As soon as I enter, it would actually confirm based on the data that you provide. So competitor name is n10 and relay.app. Yes, proceed. As soon as we proceed, we'll actually get into the execution mode where the workflow will run and it will identify the competitors if they are talking to any of your prospects. So this is long work and it also scans the competitors real time, and hence it might take some time, so you can go for a coffee break in between, and when you come back you'll be able to see the results. Great. So we are getting the results here and we'll be able to see what have the workflow discovered for us. Great. So it has given us an executive summary of what has been discovered. So it captured 13 high value prospects which are engaging with an attend and relay.app. There are some key insights. The total credits consumed by this play is mentioned here. Let's go to the detailed results. Okay, great. So these are 13 different organizations which fits in our ICP, and we know the name of the person who are being engaged by our competitors. Okay, so see, Jacob for from Relay app has reacted on the post of Lovable, right? And similarly others. So you can have the details here, right? Um, and we can also, kind of give it a quick ask about what is the data about, right? So tell me, can you score the results on which prospect is highly engaged with relay.app? And see, right, so based on the interaction data, here is a scored list of prospects, right? So these are the prospects, this is the engagement score because reacted twice and left a high intent comment on Relay.app's founder. This indicates active evaluation interest, right? Similarly with this, and also there is a summary of findings. So great. So now you have seen the power of this workflow. Let's move on to deploying this into your instance. For that, we'll just click on the workflow. Okay, so you see big enough workflow, but don't you worry, we'll just set it up in 4 steps. First, I think we have copied a sheet here, which we need to configure here. So we'll just connect the account. Use Pipedream as a connection provider. So I'll just integrate the sheet here with my Pipedream integration, and this is done. It's as simple. Now we can just choose the sheet. this is the sheet, computer web interaction. I'll choose a sheet, I'll choose the input sheet, and then just click on run. So it will run. There's a listener at the start which listens to this thing every day. We can configure it to every week based on your flexibility. Okay, now let's move on to this node. This is a simple node where we are actually trying to identify the people. And as soon as it's done, see, the errors in the workflows are gone. Now let's move ahead to configure the next step. The next step is to have an output here. So we'll just configure that. We'll select again the sheet, the computer sheet, and the output sheet, and just we'll leave it there. Similarly, we'll just move ahead. And if we want these computer interaction to be sent to our Slack, we'll just configure our Slack. So let's just add the account. Great. And just click on allow. Yeah, the account is successfully connected. So I can just choose the channel where I want the interaction to be done. For example, let's say I'm just using computer tracking and ref. That's it. I'll just move out. It will automatically get saved. Great. Also at the end, I have to again do the same configuration. I'll choose the account. I'll choose the channel, competitor tracking and ref, and just move out. Okay. So now the workflow is without any error. We can also see the variables which we can edit from here. Okay, so these are the relevant personas. You can go and edit and save changes from here. Similarly, the other variable regarding the ICP qualification, you can again go and edit from here. Right, as soon as it's done, let's make it live. Let's just go to the button here, set in motion, and then yeah, the workflow is live. We can actually test this workflow here in the interface. So I'll start over, and based on whatever you have configured in the sheet as the computer name and the website URL, you will be able to start the workflow with the workflow run, and it will produce you the results of the workflow as well after clicking proceed. Okay, so great. So we have deployed a very popular play, and you can actually track and get the prospects which your competitors are engaging. And you can actually classify them into three different buckets. One, if they're not into your prospect list, obviously you can create a list of new prospects. If they're already speaking to some of your active engaged prospects, then you know which competition you are getting into. And for the customers, if they're talking or engaging with your competitors, obviously there's a risk there, and you need to identify those risks and actually work on that. So it's a very power for all the revenue and revenue growth teams. We'll discuss more about the other workflows in the next video. Till then, thank you.